Hello, thank you for stopping by. My name is Becky and this is Bex Reads, and today I am starting my time travel Unstuff Your Kindle vlog. I have no idea if I will be doing this vlog by myself or if I will have other people collabing with me. If I happen to see any Unstuff Your Kindle vlog challenges today, I will link them in the description so you can check them out as well. But if you don't know what this Unstuff Your Kindle vlog challenge is, I will also link this video down below where I explain it. It's something that I'm going to try and do every other month just to try and clear out some of the books that I have accumulated on my Kindle that I haven't read. And this month's theme was time travel that several of y'all voted on. I have already started reading my first book for this vlog. It is called Valhalla Cupcakes. This is about a woman named Aubrey who is very excited to open up her long-awaited dream of a cupcake shop. She took out some loans and she got an inheritance from a great uncle to make this happen, and she's so excited for it. Her cupcake shop is called Valhalla Cupcakes, as the title suggests, and it is a Viking-themed, like, kitschy cupcake shop. It's Viking, but it's also pink. She is excited to open her shop, but the day before, these people come around looking to take some debts that her uncle owed them. So they are hassling her to pay back his debts, and she's afraid because she doesn't have the money to do this. All of her money went into her cupcake shop, and she doesn't want that dream to be taken away. So she's going to try by any means necessary to get them the money that they want. And one of her good friends brings her like this giant Viking painting that she found at an estate sale. She thought it would fit in with the whole cupcake shop theme, and it is of this very intimidating looking handsome Viking man, and she wishes that this Viking would be real so that he could protect her from these people who are trying to get money from her. And lo and behold, somehow that releases this sexy Viking man from this painting into modern day, and he is there to do her bidding. She pretty much has control over him. Anything she tells him to do, he will do. But she's trying not to abuse this power, but sometimes she says things and she just can't help it, and they are attracted to one another. That's the plot of this story. I'm about 70% into it right now. It's really cute, it's really charming, they are attracted to each other, and I feel that chemistry, even though it is insta-love, they've only known each other for a day and they've already hooked up. And usually insta-love really cringes me out because I like that slow burn, but this is a book that is under 300 pages, and well, I wish it would have been stretched out a little bit more. It's not the cringiest insta-love I've ever read. I'm curious to see how it ends. There is this witch that he is trying to get revenge on who cursed him into this painting, and I don't really know maybe if the friend who gave her the painting is the witch or if she knows the witch. She's giving off some weird vibes, so I don't know who she is or what she's doing. So far so good. I am liking this. It's really cute and just a quick fun read. But I will give you my final thoughts once I have finished it. So I just finished reading Valhalla Cupcakes, and I think I'm gonna give this like a 3 stars, like a solid 3 star, like a high 3 star. Not quite a 3.5, but you know, it was solid. It was cute. I liked the baking aspect of it. I liked that he was a Viking cursed into a painting and brought through time, although he adapted very quickly to the time period. I guess it's because being stuck in a painting, he was like aware of things happening around him as time went by. The best friend, by the way, she actually turned out to be the reincarnated soul of the witch who cursed him. So this witch back in the day cursed a lot of men, and so her friend, now being the reincarnated, it's her mission to find all these men that her past life cursed and set them free. So this is the first book in this series. It is one that I don't think I would remember in the long run, but it is one that I would recommend if you're looking for like a sweet, cute, baking, time travel romance. You know, if you can get it for free like I did, it's definitely worth the free price tag. That sounds bad, but there are a lot of books out there that aren't worth the free price tag. But this is definitely one I would recommend. So up next, I am going to read West. I think the author's name is Lizzie Ford. This is about a college girl who is like taking a questionnaire or something. I'm not sure for what. I haven't started it yet, so this is just me going off the synopsis, but she answers yes to a question of if you could go back in time, would you? And so she is sent back to the Old West time period, which is not what I thought. I didn't even read the synopsis when I downloaded this for free. So this is intriguing to me because I do like Old West time periods. So I'm interested to see what this will be about. This is also under 300 pages as well. But that time period has me interested because it is one of my favorite time periods to read about, because I feel like I was a saloon girl in a past life or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get to reading this and I will share my thoughts with you once I have made progress. I am about 100 pages into this book right now, and I don't know how I'm feeling about it. So we're following this girl named Josie who went to this like Old West like tourist town, and there she's like at this kiosk and it's asking like 3 questions about would you change the course of history if you could, to win like a $50 gift card or something. And this young man approaches her and he's like talking to her or whatever, and it's obvious that he knows who she is. They end up at a bar, they get drunk, they're discussing it or whatnot, and she's like asking him all these questions about how would this be possible or whatnot, and he tells her that he is a super smart scientist guy who's figured out time travel and all the logistics. He wants her to go back to the 1800s to meet this native man named Running Bear and this sheriff and stop them from making one decision that will affect the lives of millions of native people and settlers. She wakes up and she's in this crater in the middle of nowhere, and these men find her, and these 2 men are the exact men who she needs to like influence or stop them from making one simple decision to change the course of history. But they take her to this house, and she finds out that she looks a lot like this very wealthy man's daughter who also shares the same name as her. So I'm thinking there's like a connection there, that maybe she's traveled to the future, or maybe she's a descendant or something. But she's just met these 2 men and she's trying to figure out like what's going on. And what I'm finding interesting is this author really, she was like, how can I write this story? And how can I answer the questions of how would this all be possible? And just make it no question at all that this is possible. And so this really smart man that she met in the future, in her time, he apparently did brain surgery on her and implanted her with like a historic chip in her brain, an empathetic chip in her brain, and a translator chip in her brain. All in like a single night, mind you. Okay, sure. She has no like lasting side effects of having these chips implanted in her brain. But they will help her be knowledgeable of what's going on in this time period. She will be able to talk to people in native languages and they will be able to understand her. She'll be able to understand them. And she will also be able to like be aware of the memories that people have. Sure, we're just gonna go with it. On top of that, she's been inoculated for any disease that she could get. And she has a cell phone that can only receive texts from the guy that sent her. What the fuck? Even this character herself, she's just like, okay, I don't understand it, but sure. I'm gonna continue on with it and see how this story plays out. But so far, I'm just like, okay, sure, why the fuck not? Okay, I'm 50% into this book, and I gotta tell you, it got a lot better. It has turned into this like murder mystery, which usually isn't something I enjoy, but now we have this conundrum of the guy who sent her back in time. He may not be a good guy who's there to, you know, change the course of history for the better. The sheriff that she's supposed to like stop him from making a choice or whatever, he might be the good guy, because he is a time traveler himself, and he is like living in this time period permanently. And he has been stopping the people that the guy from the future has been sending back because they keep fucking up the line of history. He might be a good guy. I'm still not 100% sure because some of the actions that they choose to do are wishy-washy. Like the guy from the future, he's obviously keeping secrets. She just found 3 dead bodies in a well and 3 cell phones in a secret drawer in her bedroom. So she knows that people from the future have come back before. And this guy has sent these women back and they've never gone back. So there's that. And she's trying to figure out who's killed these women, what happened to them. And I personally have it down to 2 suspects. I think it's either her governess, because we really haven't gotten too much information on her. A lot of other people, she can sort of sense the emotions and their like intent, but we haven't really got that from her. So I'm thinking it could be her, and maybe she was like one of the women that was sent back, because there were supposed to be 4 women, but there's only 3 cell phones. So I'm thinking maybe she was sent back and she killed all these other women. I don't know yet. It's just speculation. Or it could potentially be her cousin, and I say this because she's pretending to be this other woman. He seems like the most villainous, so I think he may be a little too on the nose, but it could be him. He's done some really shitty stuff. Like, she can see some of the things that he's done, and he's like raped women and killed women, and he's trying to take over her father's inheritance money from her. And I think he senses that she isn't really his daughter. So there's that possibility. But I don't think it's the sheriff like she suspects. Like, she thinks, oh, maybe he's killing these women to prevent history from changing. And I really don't think it's him. But anyway, that's to say, I'm intrigued. No matter how convoluted the whole, cell phones in the past that can only do text messages and the whole brain implant things that she has going on, no matter how ridiculous that is, I'm intrigued by the mystery of it all, because there's actually consequences in this story. Like, this is a much more dangerous plot than I had anticipated this being, quite honestly, because I thought this was actually going to be a time travel romance, and there might be a little bit of romance in there, but this has got some danger and intrigue to it. This has surprisingly gone up in star rating.
I finished this book last night, and this is quite the surprise, because when I started reading this, I thought maybe I would DNF this book. But as it turns out, this is almost a 5-star read for me. I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. So I loved the Old West setting of this story. I thought it had a very diverse cast of characters. I really got intrigued by the murder mystery and who was the good guys and who was the bad guys, because I wasn't ever 100% sure who was who. I thought I might have had it figured out, and I'm not going to tell you if I was right or not, but I was always guessing. It kept me reading to see, is this person good or is this person bad, and so forth. And I am so happy to say that this book did turn out to have a romance in it, a very sweet, tender romance between Taylor, who is the sheriff, and Josie. They are actually forced into an arranged marriage, and he, being a time traveler himself, he tells her that he has lived many lives, but that this is his first wife. And so when it's time to consummate their marriage, it's very sweet because he's never really had that interaction with another woman before. He says that he isn't a virgin because he's always paid for like women at the brothel before, but this is the first time that he's having sex with somebody who actually means something to him, because he is taking this marriage very seriously. Meanwhile, she's sort of the aggressor coming from like the 21st century. She even said, it's a shame that he's so honorable toward women. And I was sitting in the hair salon about to get my eyebrows waxed when I read that line, and I sort of just like snorted at it because I thought it was funny. This story also did get me a little emotional, hearing why Taylor chose to stay in this time period, because he's essentially retiring from time traveling, so he had to pick a time period to live in. And it was really kind of heart tugging to hear his reason as to why he settled in the time period he did. And then the ending of this book, it ends on a cliffhanger. And now I want to continue on with the series to see where it goes, because it also doesn't end on a very happy note. It ends on a hopeful note, but not a happy note. Because at the end of the story, she has completed what Carter, the guy from the future, sent her back to do. She changed history by doing something. And in doing so, she is sent back in time further, and she wakes up and she is surrounded by Genghis Khan's men. And she's like, what the fuck? So that's where this story ends, and now I need to read the other books to see how it pans out, see if her and Taylor can figure out how to make history right again. But this was a complete surprise, and if I overlooked the logistics of it, which is what kept it from being a 5-star read, the whole microchip brain implants and the phone that can text through time, you know. If I overlooked those things, the story itself was very captivating. I can definitely say if you're into time travel romance, if you like a little murder mystery with your time travel, this is definitely a book that was worth its $0 price tag. If you can find it for free, or even if you can find it on Kindle Unlimited or for 99 cents, I would definitely suggest checking this one out, because it was a little ridiculous with the logistics of it, but the story itself, great. So with that, I am going to move on to another book in this time travel vlog. It is this book. I have no idea what this is about. I can't even remember downloading it. So I'm gonna give this a try and see what the hell it's about.
Jackson, are we going out for your spring break adventure? It's all about you? Yeah? Get your energy out, boy. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm DNFing this book because it's not good. This is a very short, like 74-page novella. I did not know how long it was. Like I said, I knew nothing about this book. Apparently, it's about a college student who finds a cell phone, again with cell phones being a key point in time travel. Who'd have thunk it? She finds a cell phone, she's like messing around with it, and somehow it literally sucks her through time. I don't know how. She just like enters in a code and a light shines and she finds herself on a pirate ship of a bunch of women. And that's as far as I got, quite frankly, because just the way it's written, it's not good. I made it to page 20 of 74. And that was a struggle bus for me. This is the only book for this vlog where I would definitely say not worth the free price tag. So with that, I guess I can close out this vlog because I only had the 3 books that had anything to do with time travel on my Kindle. So not really much else to tell you. But it was kind of a success in that I found one book that I really liked and I will be continuing the series, and then I found another one that was just okay. It was enjoyable while I was reading it. And then I found this dead at the last one. So thank you for watching. If you also participated in this Unstuff Your Kindle vlog, thank you so much. I can't wait to watch your videos. And let me know if you've read any of these books or if any of them sound intriguing to you. Not that last one. But if you don't want to comment that but would like to let me know you made it to the end of this vlog, could you leave me an hourglass emoji, please? And until my next video, thank you so much for watching, and go read a time travel book. Bye.